Welcome to the Lovecraft Tapes podcast. I am Jeremy, your keeper of arcane lore, and we play Call of Cthulhu, a sci-fi horror role-playing game. Your investigators of the unknown are Brian as Jack.
There is no Jack, only Zool.
Fair, accurate, balanced. Gabe as Roy.
I actually am Roy. There is Roy.
All right, Declan.
And Matt as Rocky.
Well, I guess you could say someone's really got ahead of the situation.
Ooh.
Funnies.
Yikes. All right, welcome back, players. How's everybody doing today? Geared up for Christmas and all that?
We are great.
Ready to die.
I was
Let's
good,
go.
and then Matt said that.
Spoopy.
Let me check Ruin Gabe's Day off of my daily checklist. There we go.
Joke's on you.
Thanks,
My
keep
day
notes.
was already ruined.
Sponsor us, Google.
Nice. All right,
Google ruined my day.
Listeners, if you would like to provide feedback or praise or just say hi, drop us a letter from beyond on our website at lovecrafttapes.com. And I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, how do they do that? So on the left-hand side, you can see Contact Us on the menu. So just click that. It'll take you to a form, and you can actually flag whether or not the email is just to ask a question, or if you want it for the official Q&A episode that will come after each case, or just, want to say hi. That's fine. So we do have one letter today. I want to get that.
Ooh, we have one?
Yeah,
Nice.
actually.
Is it the letter F for Jack?
Brought to you by...
It's from Tabaxi Ranger, who says, I have listened to the whole podcast 4 to 5 times, and it never gets boring. Keep it going.
We don't need
That's a
to. You
lot.
listen to it over and over again. We're done. That's freaking awesome.
How many hours
Dang,
would that
thanks,
be?
dude.
And I'm sorry about my voice.
All the accents. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
All right.
And the axes.
I'm not
that too.
sorry.
B for Booberry. All right. This show is brought to you in part by our generous fans and supporters on patreon.com/Lovecraft Tapes. And I think I only got a couple people to thank on this particular entry. Pulling up my thing. Thank you to 2 new supporters on Patreon, Captain Vashton
Ooh.
and Mick Cope. Appreciate that, guys. Mick
Very
Cope is a
nice.
student, and Captain Vashton is, of course, a professor.
Whoop,
So
whoop, whoop.
keep an eyeball out. I think Captain, I sent both you guys some digital goodies, as well as I think Captain's getting some stickers or something. Oh, I gave away the secret. Anyways, watch it.
We'll cut that part out in post. Don't worry about
They'll
it.
never know. They'll never know.
We'll fix it. We'll fix it in post.
Even when they get
in
it.
2 months. Yeah, they'll never.
They won't
figure
know.
that out. So
They'll be like, I got what a month ago?
appreciate that, guys.
I'm so
yes.
surprised.
Very nice. Welcome to the club, and we'll chat with you on Discord. All right, guys. Before we begin, we need to take a quick commercial break.
Oh, yeah.
Roll some D.
Every time.
Give me some D, baby.
Every time.
Oh, yeah. 44. Yes, 37.
35.
For Gabe, 35 for Brian.
Matt refuses to
Brian.
roll.
No, I already rolled. I'll
He's
do it
got an
again for
87
you.
up there. Yeah. I
Oh,
see.
29.
So, it's
So
going to
Jeremy
be-
and Matt. That's
it's
been a
gonna be
while.
Matt and Brian. Have at it.
Oh. Huh? The 2 lowest?
Matt, you're the seller. And,
Matt had already rolled, Brian. He rolled
if you
twice.
Scroll up, you'll see.
Oh, I didn't see the upper. My bad. My bad. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's Matt and Matt.
Take your pick.
Yeah, Matt and Matt. Do it. Oh my God, you've got to do it. Sell it to yourself.
All right, Matt, you're the seller. Brian, you're the buyer. Have at it.
Sell it to me.
So, how many
Yes, I'll
times?
take 3.
Okay, see you later, guys. Easiest sell ever. So, how many times have you had this problem? Where everyone's just doing better than you are. They're way off in the clouds, and you're still making $1.95 an hour posting links on Google.
Yeah, it's real frustrating. especially when you can only see the bottoms of their shoes up in the
Yeah.
clouds.
Oh, hell yeah, tell me about it. So I think, today I might be able to get you a solution.
For my eyes? Because they're burning from looking up at those clouds.
First of all, don't stare at the sun. That's bad.
But I
Even during
love
a
my
solar
sun.
eclipse. Don't stare at the sun. Do you know who you are?
Sorry, Billy.
So I got this lovely product here called Headaway, and what we're gonna do is we're going to bring you over to our high tech facility, where what we do is we very scientifically separate your head from the rest of your body using science.
Ooh.
There's a lot of hissing noises, and they're blinking computers and lots of colorful things and tubes. It's very official. It's very sciencey.
As long as it's science and not knives, because I don't like knives.
It's all science, no knives. We have a
Okay.
strict anti-knife policy.
Well, let's do it. Do I get in this black shady car?
Yeah. So we're gonna
All
take
right.
your head off your body. We're gonna stick it in a jar, and then we're gonna tie a couple of balloons to it, and that way
Ooh.
you'll go up, and then you'll be above everyone else. Yeah, you
I
see?
love it.
Now you're the one who's looking down.
I love it. I just hand you my wallet. I'm getting in the car. Let's go. What's it called, by the way?
I think it was called Headaway, wasn't it?
Getaway.
Thanks, Crocy. Roll for science.
Chop.
Love it. And we're back.
I like Headaway.
What'd you guys think of that product under service?
It needed more knives.
Yeah. Yeah. Left me feeling light. Very light and fluffy.
It's like you had a whole
Knives.
weight off your shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes, sir. I like it. I've always liked that product under service, even when it was still in beta. I mean, it was pretty rough in alpha, I'll give you that. But when push came to shove, they managed to Upsilon Omicron, Kappa Psi, Omega Phi, Nu Tau Rho, until Sigma Mu and Lambda Psi Iota. Now we can all Chi Gamma until our Zeta Epsilon Pi. Do you delta me, or is that all discrete to you?
Chai latte, baby.
Chai latte. All right. Now, dear investigators, we continue Case 11, Haunted Heart. Previously on the Lovecraft tapes. Sanity steadily erodes as horror piles upon horror inside the Pomance. And what was long dead may now be very much alive yet again. Roy manages to rescue Danny from a painful death, then hurries after Jack, who is hurrying to the basement to dig something up. Rocky, struggling to maintain his composure, discovers the corpses of Ricky and Jack Whiteside in the attic, but finds the missing girls, as well as an unlikely ally in Eldridge Poe, who urges the Delta Green agent to foil his ancestors' nefarious plot. Beneath the house, John Poe's true nature is revealed, and the investigators must get through him in order to escape the revivified mansion and its ghostly inhabitants. All right. Rocky, you stand at the top of the stairs which have been revealed beyond the strange iron door in the servants' dining room. The steps lead downward into darkness. You hear a scream echo from below. One of the girls asks, "Is that a monster?" and clutches your leg in fright.
Well, knowing these things, yes, most likely it is some sort of monstrosity. Come on.
Come on. Keep moving. Push, push, shove.
All the way down the stairs.
Will you protect us?
As long as you stay behind me and do exactly what I tell you, you should be fine.
Okay.
I mean, statistically speaking, you do have a fairly likely chance I mean, if I had to put numbers on it, I'd say maybe like a 57, 60, somewhere around there.
You're not very good at babysitting, are you?
Never said I was. Come on.
Now start singing that creepy song we taught you.
I'm going to start walking down the stairs.
Okay, so you currently have a little girl you're holding. And are you carrying anything else?
No, I'm literally just holding on to her as I go down these stairs.
Okay. It is quite dark.
So it's hard to see, and he's holding on to her. Duh.
The light
Yeah,
the light from the servants' dining room dissipates after about 25 feet.
wow, it's a long staircase.
I think we've established that.
Oh. It's like 6, 7 steps and then down.
Yeah, on the
Going
map.
down to
Don't
the
worry about the
ocean
map.
All right. So I'm going to pause for a second on my way down, kind of shoulder the girl as best as I can, kind of into one arm, and then I'm going to reach back and pull out my flashlight that I still have,
Okay.
hand it to whoever is standing behind me, and say, "Here, hold on to this and point it forwards."
Nice. Okay. And we'll say that I'm trying to find the little girls' names again. I actually
Yes,
have them in roll
please.
20 here. So I believe it's going to be.
I'm going to take the flashlight, light it on fire,
Right.
hand it back.
So I believe, let me see here. I think you're carrying, what's her nuts?
That's a weird girl's name.
No, really.
This is
Hey,
my
what's her
daughter.
nuts?
What's her nuts?
That's right. So you're carrying Rachel. She's the young one, and Gwyneth takes it. She's the oldest one, and so she takes the flashlight and turns it on and points it down the stairs, kind of shaking. You can see the beam is shaking slightly.
Aw. What was her name?
Coward.
That is
Rachel's on the shoulder.
Yep, Rachel's on the shoulder.
Gwyneth.
Gwen's the one who's the older one, and then Maddie's right there too.
Okay.
So Gwen, Maddie, and Rachel are the three girls, and you'll see that in the dossier missing girls in roll 20 as well.
I just didn't know who was carrying what. I just want to make sure who was carrying the flashlight, all that
Gotcha.
stuff. Yeah. Thank you.
And Gwen says,
Who's on first?
Gwen says, "What do you think's down there?"
Well, if I'm correct, our escape. You ever hear the saying, "What goes up must come down"?
Yeah, my dad says that all the time. He's
Well, in this case, it's the other way around. If we want to go, we got to go down if we want to be able to come back up and out of this house.
okay. Mom said to be brave, so let's go.
We're gonna keep walking down the stairs.
All
Booga,
right.
booga, booga.
Roy, you and Danny stand in the dimness of the basement, watching in horror as Jack's head detaches from his torso, trailing tentacle-like tendrils from the stump of its neck and screaming an ungodly cacophony. As if that horror were not enough, as the husk of his body falls forward, the head sprouts bat-like wings and levitates in the air. Turning in place, it whirls to face you, and you can now see that it bears absolutely no resemblance to Jack.
Oh.
The sneering curl of its fanged lips belies an ancient alien evil. It flaps its wings, and the head recedes out of the range of your flashlight into the dark shadows of the sprawling basement. At your side, Danny asks, "Is that a monster?"
Yeah, it appears so.
It runs in the family.
And I'm going to need you to roll sanity, please.
Runs in the
Wow.
family. Yeah,
Who would have
dummy.
thought?
Dog.
Roy having to roll sanity.
Here, hold this flashlight.
I needed a 59. I got a 29. That's a hard success.
Nice.
Nicely done. So yeah,
So only 5 points.
yeah, only like could you roll a D100, please? No. Um, so yeah, basically, you've seen quite a lot of things, and for some reason, Roy, seeing this in particular, this phenomenon, reminds you a little bit of the thing you saw back in the church in Louisiana. That thing that went flying through the window. It's moved very similar to that.
It's man bat.
Man bat. And so we'll leave you there pointing your flashlight into the darkness. John Poe, you were feeling quite confident. First, possessing the bearskin rug and displacing Jack Whiteside's soul so you could inhabit what was left of his mortal coil. That poor bastard's soul went directly to the attic to hang from the feeding tubes along the last of your lineage. Oh, Eldridge, what a disappointment he turned out to be. Moron thought suicide would disrupt the curse. But the relic, the dark heart of Bugshosh, is not so easily displaced. As long as it remains buried in the basement, and as long as you keep it fed, the house will continue to live on, sustained by the occasional wayward traveler and unwary visitor. Or rather, the two houses will continue to live on. One in the physical realm, one beyond the veil. Sacrificing that young woman in the attic brought both into alignment for a short time. Time enough for you to recover the dark heart and restore its power for another 100 years. As luck would have it, you also managed to lure two of the interlopers down to the basement. Yes, everything seemed to be going your way. Until Whiteside decided to give up the ghost, thereby disrupting your tenuous connection to his vessel, forcing you to reveal your true self. Best to bide your time for now, gather your strength, and choose just the right moment to strike. If you don't get them, the things upstairs certainly will. At this stage, we're going to go ahead and roll initiative. And actually, I guess we don't roll initiative. We just sort of jot it down.
I do.
So we're going to... let's see here. I'm going to jot this stuff down so we go in dex order. Remind me, Roy, did you have your gun pulled?
I believe so.
I think I meant to review that, and I don't quite remember what the thing
I feel like I've had my gun out for a while.
I think you're right.
We're going to have to go to the referees in the instant replay box. Going down to you.
Rocky and John. Review the footage. Now, we'll go ahead and say that, at this stage, it kind of doesn't matter because you have time enough to do it anyways, so it's not that important.
So please read it both
After
ways.
reviewing the footage on the field, it has been discovered that the gun was pulled prior to this incident.
Okay, so let's go ahead and call out your dex, please. Roy first.
80.
Yeah, of course. I'll have to check Danny. How about you, Rocky?
60.
60. Okay. And John, what's your dex?
100. Do I have a character sheet?
Yeah, I shared it with you.
Oh, did you?
Yep. Do you not see it?
It's not under investigator
That's
logbook.
correct. It's under where the other thing is.
Okay. Nope, that's not it.
Yep, it's in your journal. It's under Case 11 Haunted Heart, that folder.
Yeah, I have it open. I don't see it in here.
Try refreshing or going to a different folder.
Go to a different folder. How do you
I'll
refresh
go to
this?
your folder.
If you click on a different folder or expand or
Okay.
collapse it,
They're all expanded. I never.
collapse it then. And see
Okay.
if that does it for you.
All right. I do not see it.
Okay.
Is it just his
Please
name?
hold
Is that
for
what it would be?
technical difficulties.
All right. I do not have that.
I will try to unshare it with you and reshare it with you.
Okie dokie. Yep. No, wait. Hold on.
What?
It says me as John Poe, but it will not open.
That's the handout.
Okay.
The other one just says John Poe.
Correct. And there's nothing else in it other than a photo.
Okay, hang on a second. Let me try to
Okey-doke.
elevate because I.
But why can't I get that one?
Yeah, yeah.
open
Okay,
now?
but you can open that particular thing. There you go.
Ah, now I got it.
Awesome. What is your dex?
Dex is 50.
Got it.
I was wondering
And let
about
me
a
check Danny.
character sheet.
And oh, she's got a 60. Same as you, Rock.
Rocky.
Rocky. Okay, so we're going to start off. This will be round one. Roy, I believe for initiative, if you have your gun drawn, that's going to give you a plus 50. I think that's what the cheat sheet says. Let me take a look here. Combat.
Sounds right.
Yep. Readied firearms go at dex plus 50. So as long as you got your thing there, so we're going to put you at like 130, I think it is. Because you got your gun ready to roll.
That's a lot of text.
That's a lot of decks. But you don't have anything to shoot at right now. So what you're going to need to do is it depends on what you want to do this round. You have a couple different options. You can move about freely, do whatever you want, and bide your time. You can run away. Doesn't really matter. Or you can try to find this guy. And that's going to require a spot hidden.
I'm gonna sort of back up a little bit after seeing this
Mhm.
and like get to the staircase. So I have like like back up to the staircase,
Mhm.
and I'll sort of scan the place down with the flashlight, looking for him.
Okay, that's what you do for your first. Okay, then go ahead and give me a spot hidden.
I need a 75. I got a 57.
All right.
Success.
So yeah, you spot him just as you're starting to back up. You see the floating head hovering. You see the shadow against one of the basement walls. Just about, let's say, 30 feet away. You want to do anything else?
I want to shoot him.
Okay.
What's the range on your gun?
Yeah, let's take a look at your gun.
29 feet.
Range.
Bullet gets to a foot away and then drops to the floor.
Range is
15 yards.
Yeah, long
so
sleeves
that's
is 15 yards. So it's
45 feet.
45 feet, no problem.
That's it?
All right,
Backing
let's talk a little bit about how many bullets you have left.
I have a couple clips. I know I have 23 bullets.
Yeah, I think you had long sleeve plus an extra clip, so you started out the game with 24. And
I
you
shot one.
How many times did you?
Just
shot?
one I shot one at the
At the wall.
chandelier.
You shot.
Oh, you shot at the wall for the page, remember?
Oh
That's
yeah.
right, yep.
Yeah. Did I shoot at the so I've shot two.
Okay. So you have basically 22. You currently have 10 in the chamber right now in the clip that's loaded. Rocky, how about you?
Magazine.
Yeah,
150.
technically speaking.
What's wrong with your eye?
Everything.
So your 32 revolver has 6 ammo.
Only 6.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing
Well, I mean, it's
an
a
extra clip
revolver.
or anything on your sheet here.
He stores that in
they're
his
not
nature's pocket.
Well, we'll say you have an extra bullets.
Clip.
You have another 6 in your pocket or something.
Sure.
How many of you fired
A
off?
quick loader. I've shot the sewing machine once.
Okay.
It deserved it, man.
All right. So you
Mhm.
currently have 5 in the chamber and 6 in your pocket. Let's put it that way, okay?
All right.
So go ahead and keep track of those guys for me. And yeah, so Roy, you have the opportunity, obviously, to do 1 shot with no disadvantages,
That
I wouldn't do it.
or up to 3 shots with disadvantages on all of them.
one with none.
Okay, go ahead and fire away.
Just pull
I
out
need
this
a 38.
Uzi.
I got a 23. That's a success with 5 damage.
Okay,
Oh my goodness!
So-
I only got to do that 35 more times.
exactly. So this is basically, John, you have the opportunity to dodge that baby, don't you?
I do. Can I use a Jeep instead?
Sure.
Okay. I needed a 25, which is a very fleshed out number, and I got a 75. So I failed at failing.
Nice. Awesome. So the bullet flies through the air 30 feet away and hits the head, the side of the face, right in the cheek. And
My-
you
my
can
cheekbone.
see that little bits of flesh spray off. But underneath the fine layer of fat and skin on the jowl is this strange, leathery, rubbery hide. And the bullet doesn't do quite as much damage you thought it should at that range and with that aim.
3?
John, you take 3 points of damage. Okay.
So is it- So are we dealing with half rounded up?
What do you mean?
Half of
Is
the
that
damage
is that the
rounded up.
damage?
Oh, actually, let me double check one thing. I may be wrong on that. Aren't
I
they,
fly
John?
over to the body, reattach, and wipe with my hand and go, ha, 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 and then detach.
Ha
and
ha
fly.
ha.
Wipe my
Yeah,
cheek.
no, I'm correct on that. I'm correct on that. So,
Okay.
yeah, we're good. You can see that. Looks like this
Yeah,
thing's
but
a
is
little
that
bit tougher.
is that the damage rationale?
Sure.
Half past the monkey's ass.
Exactly. And also, it seems to be moving unusually quick. So a little bit of your bullet just glanced off. So your aim wasn't quite as great as you thought it would be. So so that's going to leave you with 9 in the clip, right?
Yeah.
Nothing in the clip?
Nice. So
No.
Danny is going to hide behind Roy. Oh my God! Did you see that thing? That's not even Jack.
I always knew that Jack did voodoo.
Is that what you think it is? That he looks very familiar. He almost looks like Eldritch Poe. Is that Eldritch? Do you think?
I don't know what to think anymore. All I think is that I'm gonna get this guy down.
Well, let's talk about it for 5 or 6 minutes. No.
Let's discuss our feelings.
Remember that pizza was pretty good, right?
So Rocky, you're about halfway down the steps. You've been going for just like 17 minutes. No. And you hear a gunshot ring out at the bottom of the stairs.
Hello?
Like, it sounds like it's coming from pretty far below.
Oh. Well, that's our signal to pick it up. Come on. Step lively.
Daddy said never to go towards gunfire.
Well, I mean, you can stand here on this empty, spooky staircase if you want.
I'm your daddy now.
Oh God. It's okay, Rachel. We'll get through this. I promise.
I'm going
To
pick
be
up the
fair, I
pace.
am
and
the
keep
boy who
going down
cried
the stairs.
gunshot.
All right, picking up the pace.
Picking up the bird.
John.
Yeah. What's up?
Hey guys.
Okay, I am
just want a
going
hug.
to focus in on Danny, correct? That's who's there's Danny? Yes. And I'm going to
Ask her how she feels.
How do I determine my movement? Where's that at?
Don't worry about movement. This isn't
Okay.
D&D.
Got it. So I would like to get as close as I can and scream at her.
Okay. And Scream is actually going to affect everybody with an earshot.
Okay. I wasn't sure because I don't have any details.
Yep.
So
This is fine.
okay.
This is
Cool.
So you're not actually screaming, are you?
No, I don't have vocal cords.
What are you doing?
He has no mouth, and yet he must scream.
I'm vibrating the air in between me and my prey.
I think you call that a shriek.
Sure.
Sonic
Says
wave.
Scream in the note, but that's cool.
A bellow, perhaps.
So
Can't open it, so-
Where is that? Can't open what?
It's fine. We're good. I wrote it down.
What can't you open?
The other thing you sent me, it will not open. The John Poe opened, and now the other thing won't open. The Brian Az.
Huh.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
But it could be just a roll 20 glitch or something.
Sure. So what does that shriek sound like? I like that. It's pretty loud.
Rip headphone users.
Yep.
Ouch.
That'll be fun to edit later. That's cool. I like it.
Yay.
All right. So what we're going to need now is Roy
Earplugs.
and Danny to both roll sanity.
You really want me to succeed sanity twice in a row? That's
I
never
know.
happened.
Hey, this is Brian's option.
Boo,
Yeah,
I
blame me.
failed. I ended up 59. I got an 84.
All right. So, and then Danny is going to do the same thing. Dun, 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 dun. Bam. It's green, right, guys? I can never freaking remember.
Yep. Green means
She
go.
succeeded. She
Nice.
succeeded. So, yeah, she's like, nanner, can't hear you. So, Roy is suddenly stricken with fear to the extent that he cannot move. It feels like his limbs are frozen. And we're going to go back up to the top of the round. Roy
Of the stairs?
is frozen.
Do you want to build a snowman? No.
And Danny is just watching, and she's covering up her ears and looks sideways at Roy, who is just stock still with his gun outstretched, unable to move. And she grabs the gun out of his hand and tries to shoot John.
Nice move.
Now, she's not very good at this. In fact, she sucks.
I think Gabe is really frozen.
Yeah.
God damn it, he held it for so long.
All right.
I was like, uh-oh, video
Fingers
problem.
crossed. Oh, my Lord.
You
Oh,
don't
my
want to
Lord.
build a snowman?
Unfreeze.
Danny needed a 20 because she really stinks at handgun. She rolled a 1. That's a critical success.
Add that to the bank
Wow.
of somebody rolls a 1 or a 100, therefore we donate.
Oh, my gosh.
Plasma.
Okay, so I need to...
Christmas
Roy,
money.
on your character sheet, what does long sleeves do in terms of damage?
A lot.
It's not a lot. Relax.
I thought it was.
I'll
It's a
just roll it.
D100.
That's cool.
It's 1d8.
D8, okay.
That's a lot.
That's a date.
I rolled
That's
a
a lot.
5.
She got a
Which is
3.
pretty good. So, John, you're going to take 3 more points of damage as Danny unleashes fury upon your face.
I knew I shouldn't have moved forward.
So, how are we feeling? Thanks, Crossy.
I'm
Danny
good.
saves the day. I'm
Go,
good.
How many
Danny.
hit points do you have, Brian?
I don't know. No.
7
Tell us,
million,
Brian.
boy.
Oh,
How
gosh,
many hit
yeah.
points do you
Nice,
have,
nice.
Brian?
Okay, so the head actually is spun off kilter a little bit and starts spinning around and around, but then comes back around and is able to perform a fight back.
Mm-hmm.
It's the default. So what are you gonna do?
I'm going to kiss
Nope.
Roy. Oh,
Well, no, I think you'd go after Danny, wouldn't you? According to the notes.
Yeah.
Danny did
well,
that.
but
Danny.
now it's changed though, the weakness.
True. Okay, then I leave it up to you. Who do you can
Okay.
either bite Danny
Ooh.
or you can
Yeah.
attempt to kiss Roy.
Love you, baby. I would probably do the bite because that's the one that gave me the most damage, and I need to stop that now.
She's the immediate threat.
Yep. Makes
We
sense.
did the same damage.
Yeah, but it was a critical.
Why won't you kill me?
All right, go ahead.
Uh,
On your character sheet, the
Okay.
attacks are there. You should be able to roll them.
okay. Sorry, I just got this. There's no bite.
Let me take a peek.
Am I missing it? Oh, nope, there it is. Got it. Sorry.
I thought when you rolled a critical with an attack, it did max damage.
That could be the case. Let me take a peek here.
I thought I was done for here.
Combat.
Because I only have 60 hit points left.
Extreme level.
No, you don't, you joker.
Max
He's like,
damage,
I
roll
quit.
damage.
Nothing in this game has that many hit points except. Actually, I can't say.
D&D.
Now you've said it.
Extreme level. Yeah, I think you're right, actually. It says extreme.
Good call, Matt.
If you check the combat flowchart in cheat sheets,
Mm-hmm.
you will see extreme level of success. What's that say? Not able to defender who is fighting back. Or
Not applicable.
to defender who is fighting.
So if you roll an extreme on your fight back, it doesn't count.
Oh, so I would have to try my fight back right now. If I get an
Not able to
extreme,
defender.
then it would stay the way it is.
Correct.
So if you're doing a fight back and you roll a 1, you
Mhm.
don't get the damage bonus. It only applies to the initial attack.
Got it.
Right, but so he's fighting back. So if he has the same level of success,
I'd have to get a critical in order to negate a full-on damage.
you would have to get the same critical, yeah, to basically match it.
Should be pretty easy.
Right? I think that's all right.
You just got to roll a 1.
It happens to me never.
How hard could it be?
No, that's a damage though. That's damage.
Oh, come on. Well, how do I roll it then?
You did
That's
roll
it.
it.
Yeah.
You did roll it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought
You're
that was
looking
the
at
actual
You're looking at the
number. I was looking at the
damage,
wrong-
not the
I needed
roll.
25. I rolled a 14. So that is a success, but I would have taken
not
the
enough.
full 8 points of damage. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
How we're
Actually,
reading
you're
it?
going to take the. I think we're going to say that you're going to. Well, with the leathery hide, I think we're good right now where we're at.
Okay.
I think that's good.
Cheating should be
Cheating.
4.
Well, yeah, it actually should be much more than that, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
if it's max damage, then it'd be 8
8.
minus for
Even if it
armor.
was half, that would have been 4.
Yeah. So okay, let's play this up a bit. So
Okay.
we'll say that, John, why don't you describe how you're attacking Danny?
I'm going to swoop at her hand that's holding the gun and try to sever her hand from her arm
Okay.
with my bite.
And Danny says, "Oh no, you don't." And she reaches out with her other hand and grabs the top of your hair, yanks up, puts the gun up underneath your chin, and blows your head to bits. Brain spewing every place.
There's no brain in there. It's just rainbows and
Just
sparkles.
rainbows. With one last shriek, the disembodied head of John Poe plummets back to earth with a wet, crunching splat. Thick, tar-like fluid leaks from the shattered cranium. Poe's eyes glare at you with the last ebb of dying malevolence before both orbs harden and become milky white. As you watch, The flesh sloughs like hot fat from the face, exposing ivory bone beneath. The jaw cracks open, one side becoming unhinged from dissolving cartilage. Poe, finally, is nevermore. And Roy, you're able to move now, and Rocky, you're approaching the bottom of the stairs.
Has anybody ever lost 2 characters in one scenario?
You win. You win.
Game over.
Crossy, to answer your question, less than 24 hours. How's that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna come down the stairs, still holding them. What's going on? Did I miss anything?
Just this head. This head. Oh God, little girls. Don't look. It's okay.
Yep, I'm gonna kind of push him back a little bit. So is the staircase? Yeah. So how does the staircase come into the room? Is it like
It's just like basically, yeah. It's like at one end. Let's say it comes in at the east end of the basement, and the basement you can just imagine is this huge space that's under the entire footprint of the house, and you just imagine it's straight down.
okay? So I'm
it's
gonna
like
move
basically
them.
wall to wall.
So it like comes out of the rock and then like down into the room. I'm guessing just like
Sure.
straight. Okay, so I'm going to take them back up to where the right before it opens up into the room,
Mm-hmm.
so that they can't see into it. And I'm going to set them there and tell them, be like, I want you. Okay, you're going to hold this flashlight, and you're going to keep an eye on your friend. There's something down there that might be a little bit too much for you.
Okay.
Stay put. Stay.
And while he's doing that, I'm gonna take long sleeves out of Danny's hand and give her a hug and say, "You did good, kid."
Thanks, Roy. I was so scared. I can't believe it. But your gun is pretty nice.
Thank you. I'm sorry I bitched out like that.
I'm not sure what that means, but yeah, I'm gonna go tend to the girls. Okay.
Yeah, you do that. I'll poke around the body.
Ugh, okay. MVP. And she goes back and passes Rocky.
All right, they're
So-
already scared enough. If
I'll-
you want to just make sure they're okay, I don't do that.
no, I understand. I understand.
Glad you said
I'll take
that.
care of them. But do I don't feel any different. Do you think it's okay to get out of the house now?
Oh, no, not yet. You see, in every one of these cases, there's usually some sort of object, some sort of item of power that's at the center of all of this. And if my experience serves, as long as we can find whatever that object of power is and remove it from the equation, everything should go back to, well, as normal can be.
Oh, okay. I'll leave it to you and Roy to figure out a way out.
In
here.
fact, according to this book here,
Ooh, why is it all gory? It's all dripping with blood and stuff.
I
Ugh, sick.
had to perform some minor surgery to get at it. Don't worry.
You should
I
have
had
a
a
doctor
chat
look at
with
that.
I had a chat with our friend Eldridge Poe. So there's something underneath this house buried somewhere called the Dark Heart, and we have to dig it up and read this incantation, and it should be what we need to destroy it.
Oh, okay. Well, let me know if you need help with that. I know a little bit of a cult, but I really need to tend to girls right now.
Of course, if we find what we're looking for, I'll call for you. You might be able to help
All
with the
right.
reading.
Her nickname's Clippy.
Could be. Hi, need me
Would you
help?
like some help with that?
Shut up, Clippy.
All right. So she goes up the steps to help the young girls. And Roy is kneeling down, examining the shattered remains of Poe's head. and also the nearby leaking body of Jack.
Oh, well, this looks rather unfortunate.
Yeah.
Sneaking suspicions that wasn't Jack, considering his actual body is currently hanging in chains up in the attic.
I gotta say, I don't really think that's how Jack would have wanted to go out.
It's terrible that he had to bitch out like that.
Jesus.
Anyway,
you live a life where you're doing all that voodoo stuff, and then you die like this. Just kind of seems,
inevitable.
yeah.
Surprise!
So I stay away from that stuff, man. Anyway, I found our friend Eldritch Poe, had a bit of a chat. He gave me this book. So somewhere buried in this basement, we're looking for a dark heart, whatever that means. We need to dig it up, and we have to read an incantation to destroy it. If we can manage to do that, we should be out of trouble.
It doesn't sound too hard considering how far we've come.
And I see that somebody already brought a shovel, so we're ahead of schedule.
Too soon.
And I'll sort of pry the shovel off of him.
And it comes easily away from his hands because he's not saying anything.
All right. Does that Jack body that's in the basement did he have all of his stuff?
Sure. Yeah, we'll say that.
You mean, do I?
His equipment.
Loot him.
Okay. That's what I'm doing, man.
Pills here.
Pills here. All right.
So I'm going to
I'll get you.
see if he still has his flashlight.
Oh yeah. I'm quite sure he did. Where
I
is
have
Jack
mine.
La la la. So I show, flashlight. He has a dry bloodthorn,
Yeah.
rope, Zippo, 9mm pistol, short sleeves. R.I.P. And he doesn't have the switchblade anymore.
So I'm going to take the flashlight.
Mhm.
I'm going to take the gun off of him.
No,
just
no,
in
I'm
case.
taking short sleeves.
I'm going to
Put
take
them
the gun
together and it
to
creates
Roy,
all sleeves.
just in case the body comes back. We don't want it having a weapon.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay.
And I'm also going to take the Zippo and pocket it.
Got it. Okay. Go ahead and jot that stuff down.
Can I get the short sleeves data, Brian?
Nope, because I don't have it anymore.
Jeremy?
Yep. Yeah, short sleeves is 1d10.
What? That's better.
These
My long
cans.
sleeves.
It's a shorter distance, though.
And he only has 6 in the clip. So, and I don't think Jack used any. Did you? This?
How many? What's the range?
Range is the same as yours, 15 yards.
That's way better.
100 for malfunction.
This gun's better in every way.
I think long sleeves has a better clip, doesn't it?
That's the only thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Long
think,
sleeves, get
if I
it?
remember correctly, you were offered up either one of these, and you chose long sleeves.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
you
but
got
I didn't.
both.
I wasn't really given the data at the time.
No, I'm pretty sure you were.
Nope.
Long means better. This is it.
I just know I would not have taken the D8.
The date.
Mm-hmm. So, yep, you guys scavenge the body.
I giggle a little. Ticklish. Just comes out of my stump
Michael?
of my neck.
Well, I guess we get searching, and I'm going to turn on the flashlight and start walking the basement, looking to see if I can't find a spot where the dirt maybe looks like it's been overturned more recently.
There's
Because
a big neon arrow pointing down.
yeah, see if I can't figure out if there's any kind of marker in the room that point to where this thing is buried. Because I really don't want to have to excavate the whole friggin' basement.
Yeah, no
Sponsor
kidding.
a Sharpie.
So, what are you doing, Roy, while he's doing this?
I'll stay close with the shovel because I don't want to split up too much.
Dink.
Okay. You stay close to him?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically you're assisting him searching?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh,
So in
it's a
order to
bonus.
find the dark heart, you're going to need a hard success. So you have one roll, spot hidden, Rocky, and you can use one advantage roll to make this happen.
I don't need it. I needed a 60. I rolled a 24, which is a
Nice
hard
rolling.
success.
So, yeah, go ahead and describe. Let me see. Give me 2 seconds here. Okay. Yeah, go. So basically, you walk the
Dink.
perimeter starting from the center of the basement, and
This is hopeless. Tink.
you
Oh.
come up with a plan to basically just do a concentric circle, right?
Mhm.
And get wider and wider in your search as you go, looking for anything that might be a marker. And what is it you see in the dirt that makes you think there might be something buried there? What is it that you see?
At first, it just looks like maybe a small pile of rocks. But as I kind of take a second look back at it, it doesn't seem like it's a bunch of rocks, but one rock. And I go and I brush it off. And the first thing I see is that this is indeed one flat rock, but it seems to have some sort of runic symbols carved onto it.
Nice.
And I take that as a sign of maybe that's some sort of marker or seal, and that this is probably a good place to start looking.
Okay.
It's a
So,
kiss
yeah,
from a rose.
You take the rock that is etched with these symbols and sort of move it to one side. And as soon as you do, the earth starts to tremble beneath your feet. A constant vibration which unearths rocks, bits of bone, and a few gold doubloons.
Sonic?
But beneath where the rock was, a small iron casket rises from the dirt, glowing with a faint emerald hue. The tremors subside, but the still half-buried tiny metal coffin seems to resonate with a high-pitched, hungry whine.
Well, I'm going to look back at Roy. I dare say we have found our dark heart.
That was a lot easier than I thought it was about to be.
I know, me too, right? We're going to be here for a while. No. I gotta love cultists that leave markers that point to their illicit activities.
It helps a lot.
Oh, yes, it's great. This isn't the first time either. You know, there was this group of people that I was chasing down this one time, right on the outskirts of Barbados, who were looking to summon a...
What are the outskirts of Barbados? Like in
The
the water?
ocean.
They were on a boat.
Motherfucker.
And then what happened?
All right.
What happened to
So,
Barbados?
why don't you finish digging this thing out?
I will.
Roll for
And
dig.
then I dig.
All right.
I stick the shovel in the dirt
Nice.
and I pull some up.
Boink. The exterior of the container has been etched with serpentine sigils which seem to shift and move subtly in the weak light. It comes away from the dirt a little too easily, as if eager to be free of its grave, and you're surprised at how light the metal box really is. The greenish glow seems to pulse from within under a hinged lid that's secured by a small latch that can be unfastened with just a single twist.
I'll cautiously twist.
And while he's twisting, I'm gonna lean back towards where we came from and go, Danny, if you are all right to separate yourself from the girls for a moment, we could use your help down here.
Oh, okay. Girls, just stay right here. Okay. And she comes trotting over. Oh, what is this? Is this what you're talking about?
Possibly.
Oh,
I'm gonna open
it's
up
a
the-
baby casket.
Well, I mean, he did say it was a heart, so I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be that big. I'm gonna open up the book to the page that I had marked. I'm like, all right, so supposedly this, and I'm going to point at the right one, is the incantation that we have to read to destroy this thing.
Okay.
I mean,
And as you said
You wanna-
to Danny, Roy flips open the switch, turns the latch. You turn the latch key, and the casket's lid pops open with a barely audible hiss, followed immediately by the overwhelming stench of rotten flesh and sun-baked kelp.
Mm.
Inside, on a pulsing bed of what appears to be seaweed, is a human heart, black and corrupt, yet
Davy
somehow
Jones?
still beating. You can feel its sluggish pumping, much like a flounder gasping for air on a moonlit shore, flopping feebly as it struggles for life.
Non-GMO.
yeah, I'd say that's our heart.
Guys, it's still beaten, so maybe get with the incantationing.
Right.
And I've got your incantation here for you to read.
I got your
Krata.
incantation right here.
Veratu.
Nicotine.
All right, Matt, let me know if you have any problem with this.
Oh, you will.
Incantation. There it is. Really, Jeremy?
Had to do it.
You just had to. You really had to. All right. Do you want to assist me with this, Danny? Maybe together we can have no more. How is that? How these things work? I don't know.
Yes, I think you just say it out loud, and whatever happens, happens.
All right, everyone, gather around. We're doing this together.
All right, let's do it together. I'll show it to everybody.
Kumbaya, my love.
I don't have it.
I think I just
wait
showed
a
it to
second.
everybody.
It didn't show up.
It should pop up on your screen, I think. When I click show to players, it should
didn't.
pop up.
I did
Oh.
not receive it.
Do you see incantation in the...
It shows up in the
hang on a second.
on the bottom of Case 11 Haunted Heart, right underneath Dossier Eldritch Poe.
There you go.
Nope.
Yeah.
Dossier Eldritch Poe incantation.
Incantation, yeah.
Yeah. I made the joke, and here it is.
I wrote the joke yesterday, motherfucker.
Doesn't matter. I predicted it. Just saying.
All right. So we can all say this together. You ready? Let's do it.
Ready,
Klaatu,
two.
Cthulhu,
Cthulhu.
Barada,
Barada.
Bugshot,
Bugshash.
Nikto,
Nikto.
Nyarlathotep,
Tap.
Necktie.
I did it as a headless corpse.
As you finish,
Yeah, we heard.
Let's see how to do this here.
Who's finish?
As the incantation is read aloud, the muscle is torn from its nesting place inside the dark heart relic box. And it looks like there's a moment of resistance, as if it's fighting for survival. But then there is a sick plucking sound, followed by a wheezing spatter of neon blood spray from the ventricles. Unmoored, the human heart quickly collapses into itself, shriveling to black and then to dust. The coffin's luminescence fades, making it just an empty vessel again, useless and defanged.
Here we are, face
Well,
to face.
Guess that's that. Does anybody feel any different? Everyone's still here. We're all okay.
I'm a little bit itchy.
I feel perfectly fine. I'm a little itchy too. Just, it's kind of I don't know. The magic makes me do that sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes planar shifting can cause minor uncomfortable side effects such as itching, watery eyes, sore throat,
Steffi had fever, so you
diarrhea,
could rest medicine.
I'm allergic to evil too. Yeah. So,
vomiting, projectile diarrhea, um, bloodshot eyes, death. Normal side effect things. It's fine.
and then you hear from the stairs, uh, uh excuse me, guys. I think something's coming down. Suddenly,
Is it you?
It's me. I'll be right there. I have tea sandwiches.
Oh boy, sandwiches.
Sandwich.
Suddenly,
Sandwiches.
the house is rocked by a staggering trembler. You feel the packed soil shift beneath your feet. Spiderweb cracks appear in the nearest stone wall. Chunks of masonry from the upper floors tumble down the stairs. It appears the house, disconnected from the dark heart, is beginning to disassemble. Without warning, John Poe's diary leaps into the air of its own volition, flapping pages as if they were wings, and flies headlong into the cracked wall. An explosion of dust and light erupts, spitting shards of fieldstone backward. You throw yourself to the ground, covering your face. The rocks pelt you, tearing small holes into your clothes, cutting your bare skin. This lasts only a moment, then you are waving away the debris, staring at the wall. Where the book had collided, there is now a gaping tunnel of sheared stone and displaced dirt. Inside, exposed phosphorescent gemstones glow with that same eerie green light you saw inside the casket. And the girls, screaming, descend from the stairs and run to where you're at, clutching to you.
Oh well, that's our cue to go. Everyone pick a girl. We're getting out of here. And I'm going to pick up Rachel again and start just like all out sprinting as fast as I can while carrying somebody through the tunnel.
Okay.
And I'll grab Gwyneth and come too.
And Danny takes care of the other one, whose name I can't remember.
Yeah, Rachel and Gwyneth
Who cares about the middle
the
child
other
doesn't
one.
matter.
It's Maddie.
Yeah. Maddie's the middle one. So, so you guys head into the tunnel. Entering the dimly
We end up in France.
And there you are. Yeah,
tunnel.
you're in China. What the hell?
Oh, let's go back in the tunnel. Just kidding.
Entering the dimly lit tunnel is like plunging into an icy bath. Goose flesh prickles your flesh, and the hairs on the back of your neck stiffen. The newly created passageway is just over 8 feet in diameter and continues for several hundred yards. You press on, fearful that it will constrict at some point, but after several minutes of a gentle slope upward, you are hopeful it will eventually lead to the surface. You allow yourself a minute to catch your breath, marveling at the soft luminescence provided by these weird gems embedded in the dirt, wondering what energy source could possibly fuel them. Touching one, it feels cool without any inherent warmth, though you do detect an odd humming vibration from inside, almost as if it contained a single buzzing bee. You're considering digging one out from the tunnel wall when you hear a loud roar back the way you came. It sounds like a combination between lion and grizzly bear, as if both were very, very angry. Two distinct crashes, like massive fists battering the tunnel wall, are followed by another roar, this one a little closer. Time to run?
Yeah. Just
Well-
without thinking, we'll just keep running.
Double time, everyone. Go, 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 go. I'm going to push them ahead of me to make sure that they're in front and I'm at the back, just in case.
All right, so let's take a look at your movement rates.
9.
Oh, God, is it another chase scene?
It could potentially be a chasing.
Fucking hate chases. Never goes well.
All right, so Roy's a 9.
I'm going to roll drive auto now.
Rocky's
Worst
an
mechanic
8.
ever.
And let me take a look at Danny here.
2.
Yeah, Danny's also an 8. So we know how this goes. If we look at our cheat sheet for chase on foot, we see that each participant must make a con roll. So go ahead, Roy and Rocky. Con away. Con air.
I needed 60 out of 90. That's a fail.
I needed a 55. I rolled a 24. That's a hard success.
All right. So this isn't going to affect you too much, actually. So I need Danny to make one. Let me try her here. She needed a 55, rolled a 77. So what's going to happen here is Gabe is going to move down, Roy is going to move down to an 8. And you got a hard success, didn't you?
Yeah.
What does our cheat sheet say
You're
about
pushing
that?
us didn't help us.
Okay, so yeah, no change actually for hard success. So you're going to be at 8 as well, but Danny is going to drop down to a 7.
Can you be a more gentle keeper?
No, you saw the post on Discord.
I know.
You know what people think of me. So
This is your fault, Discord. This is all your fault.
exactly.
I'm not worried.
All right, so it looks like you guys are up against move rate of 7. So this is going to be equal to Danny. So it's up to you guys, basically. And actually, let me try. I didn't try his con. How's that look?
Hard success.
Needed an 80, rolled a 29, so going to remain at 7 for this creature.
Conveniently needs an 80, just saying.
Exactly. So the way I've got it set up here is we're going to do basically looks like we're going to do
Wait,
some-
no, you.
Huh?
What's this? Oh, that's Danny. This
Yeah, this is
55 is
Danny.
Danny.
So I need to basically
She's a 55.
spend action, blah, 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 cast a spell, cautious. So, okay, basically it's going to be an equal thing unless I basically have 3 different challenges, hazards. So we're going to do those and see what happens to her. So are you guys going to assist her in any fashion? How are you going to react to her lagging behind rather quickly?
I'm going to go from carrying Rachel kind of in both arms back to fireman carrying her over my shoulder. And I'm going to duck back and I'm just going to grab onto Danny and kind of pull her forward with me to make
Try
sure
to
she
pull her
keeps
forward.
moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So I think what we'll do then is, in order for you to give her a, that'll give her an advantage on her challenges. How's that? Okay.
Sounds like she needs it.
Right.
Yep.
So the first thing is going to be, as you're moving along this tunnel, moving as quickly as possible, you can still hear this beating on the sides of the tunnel, and rocks are kind of coming down a little bit here and there. And Roy and Rocky managed to get through one particular tunnel, trailing Danny behind you, dragging her by the hand as she's stumbling. And a cave-in occurs, essentially separating the two of you. And she needs to make a dexterity roll
Oof.
in order to get past this.
Hopefully her dex is better than 55.
Yeah. So I think her dex,
So
her dex is
54.
not too
Oh.
bad. Let me find Danny here. There you are.
It's a 99. She is very
She's
dexterous.
She's a 99 loose balloons. Her dex is actually a 60. So let's go ahead and do that.
Oh, great.
So she
Not that
rolled.
much.
Oh, okay. She needed a 60. She rolled a 10. So she slides through that with no issues. And
Danny, coming through twice in one night.
I know. Extreme
Nice.
roll.
Nice.
Extreme.
But she drops the girl.
Yeah. She's like, "You're on your own, sucker." And you guys are going through probably another 30 yards of tunnel. You're wondering when this thing's going to end. And you come to a section that is partially closed off with this sort of sticky strands of web-like material. It's not like spider web. It looks a little more organic and thick and mucusy. You're not sure what could have possibly made this, but it's like basically about the first 3 or 4 feet on the floor, and you're able to get over it rather quickly, just performing like a stunt roll and tuck. Amnesia goo, yeah. And so she's going to need to make I'm going to say, it's a little too tall for her to get through. So she's going to need to do, I was thinking of something else. She's going to need to do a strength roll to try to tear through it. Okay? She has a 45 strength.
Ooh.
And you guys can help from the other end. She needed a 45. She rolled an 18. That's a hard success. So she, in her adrenaline-fueled rush to join you guys, just pure fear going through her, she rips easily through these strands and slips them off to the ground where they just hang useless and continues along. She's like, go, 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 don't wait for me.
I'm going to stop and wait for her. Tell me what to do.
You're not my mom.
I'll start throwing rocks at her because she's too easy for her.
Nice.
If you can dodge a rock, you can dodge a ball.
That's right. Exactly right. So the next thing is she is going to, you guys come to what looks like almost a curve in the tunnel, and it kind of narrows slightly. So you have to maneuver to your side, standing sideways, to get through it quickly. And it's a bit claustrophobic as you go through, but you manage to get through no problem, pulling each other. But Danny sort of gets stuck slightly, and she needs to,
Danny.
essentially, we're going to say this is I'm going to say a con roll to get through. She's sliding through, and a little bit of the rock is really jagged.
Ooh.
And tears at her exposed arm. And we know she's already a little bit hurt. And if she moves a particular way, she's going to get hurt even worse. But if she rolls a con, she can get through it without too much hit points. So here she goes, rolling for the con. She needed a 60. She rolled a 13. And Danny easily, you can hear her say, ow! And then she's, oh, come on, honey. Maddie, come on. It's okay. Just go this way, and I'm going to twist this way. And
Didn't hurt, don't care.
You can hear the creature, whatever it is, you haven't seen it yet, drawing closer and closer. You can hear its heavy breathing. And then she's through. And that was...
How big can this thing be if it fits through these rock holes easily as we do?
Well, this is the first rock hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
about to be pulverized.
Oh.
Nice rock
You
hole.
pulverize that rock hole, baby.
Don't forget to shut off the keeper special roll ability.
Exactly. Oops.
Yeah, make sure you shut it off for the
You
for the
keep getting all
enemy.
these extreme and hard successes.
Make sure you shut it
She's
off for
cheating.
the enemy.
All right.
I'm calling cheatsies.
You're running full tilt, trying to put as much distance between you and the horrors behind, when the sight of something ahead causes you to nearly stumble. The tunnel ends. About 50 feet in front of you, the passage abruptly terminates at a blank wall. An ominous rumbling draws closer from the back the way you came, and you try not to panic. Surely there must be a way out of this dead end. You sprint forward to see no side tunnels or other doorways through which you can seek refuge. But where could the book have flown? Or had this been an elaborate trap all along? Wait a minute. Flown? flying. You look up. Sure enough, there is a vertical shaft above, quite a bit narrower than this tunnel.
Shaft.
You understand? No, that's wrong. And at the very top, you can just make out a pinprick of daylight. With a bit of luck and careful maneuvering up the craggy surface, you might be able to make it.
Should have
Have
grabbed
to
that rope.
Son of a rope.
Hold on now. I don't have anything that could help us.
I have a Zippo.
So describe what you're
Zippo.
doing, please.
So I'll sort of I'll try first so that way I can try and like human ladder people up if I get up there. I'll sort of like try and like dig in my hands on like the little ridges in the walls to climb up it.
Mm-hmm. And you notice at even just like a couple feet up that there are generous outcroppings of rock. So it's going to be a rather easy ascent as long as these tremors don't persist. So, Rocky, what are you doing?
Seeing that Roy has successfully made it up to what seems to be an outcropping part of the way up, I'm going to grab Danny and push her in front of me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm going to say,
Just
you
push her to the
first, I'll be
ground.
right behind you. And
Psych.
I'm going to have her start handing the kids up to Roy on that ledge.
Okay. And when I say outcropping, I just mean the walls of this tunnel have enough handholds.
Okay.
It's not a safe spot. It goes straight up. So there is no place to stop and rest once you get going.
Yeah.
Except the top. Take it to the top. Over the top.
Take it to the bridge.
So I'm going to push them towards the wall. I'm going to say, hey, Roy, short sleeves me.
And I'll drop it.
Roll for death.
And Rocky catches it easily.
And I'm going to take several steps in front of everybody and just hold both guns out, pointing down the end of the tunnel, just in case anything shows up.
All
Oh,
right.
lowering your accuracy? Okay.
I'm going to turn them sideways. That way they're kill shots.
Oh, Judas.
All right.
The
So
kill shot.
Danny and the girls begin to clamber up the shaft.
Ah. Wrong one, guys.
Okay, so this is going to be very simple.
I played Shaft in marching band. I think I know.
So because you're all together,
You played your shaft in the marching band.
Roy and Danny and the three girls, essentially we're just going to have Danny and Roy do this, are going to need to make a dexterity roll.
Why did
see,
the
Crocy
girls not
gets
have
it.
good decks?
Crocy knows that I get automatic advantage on all my shots for turning the gun sideways.
Exactly right.
It's science.
Exactly. So let's begin with Roy. Go ahead and give me a dex, please.
I did an 80. I got a 62.
Nicely done. Danny's going to go next. I'll pull her back up. I don't know why. I
Fumble.
closed her. Yeah, hopefully not a fumble. That would suck. All right, here we go. Boom. She needed a 60, roll a 19. Another hard success.
He's cheating.
Exactly right. So nobody needs assistance. So because that group was assisting each other, they were able to take advantage on a roll for the dexterity. So
Automatic success.
Rocky,
Yes.
you see further down where that twist was, where Danny almost got caught.
Mm-hmm.
You see something coming through, and it's basically just decimating the rocks, blocking its path. It's digging through that tunnel, and it's filling the tunnel. It's that big.
You might want to pick it up a bit, and I'm going to take a few steps back towards the vertical wall, still pointing both guns down the tunnel.
Nice. And you can see it in all its horror now as it bursts through. And I think I have a picture I can probably show you. It might look... I don't think it looks familiar to you. It certainly would to some of the other guys. Let me do a quick monster.
Oh, I have a book for this. Hold on. No.
Monster
Yes, there
manual.
you.
Phew, wrong book.
Okay, yeah. I
You
think-
just wait there for a second. I'm trying to find you in this book.
Let me see here. If I can... I think I actually have to... I can't really show this. But let me see if I can drag it to the map. And just put it on top of the map.
Map.
AI assistant. What is this? Bink.
That's what it looks like.
Oh, how lovely.
Aww.
So you see this creature
I'm
That-
going to call him Percival.
that is sort of squat. It has these wide webbed hands on the ends of muscular arms.
Oof.
It has a
I'll never
somewhat
get to see it.
amphibian-looking face with giant teeth that each are about the length and breadth of your head. And this thing appears to be, as you watch it, sort of shimmering slightly. It's almost like it's there, but then it's not there, just momentarily. And it sees you, and it's making a beeline towards you.
Gonna pull one gun up, aim down, sights on my gun, pull the trigger, pull it up, bring the other one down, and just start rattling shots off to try and slow it down to buy the others time.
Okay, and you can tell that the other guys are well up the thing, and they're starting to come through whatever they're going to come through. They've reached the top of their ascent.
And I'll yell out to him.
What's it sound
Rocky!
like, Roy? Yeah, there you go.
Rocky, we're at the top. You can come now.
Dude, that's kind of personal, don't you think?
No, you do it when I say.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm just going to stop being accurate and just both guns down and just pop, 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 pop until they're empty. Throw them both at the monster, and then sprint for the wall and start climbing.
You dick! I wouldn't have given it to you.
All right, so how many shots is that?
11.
I had 5.
Okay,
6 for short sleeves.
okay, so 11 shots.
Yep.
All right, go ahead, and we'll let you have those 11 shots. And these are all going to be at a disadvantage.
Oh boy.
You get 11
well, that one
of
doesn't
them,
matter.
buddy.
Pew!
It's a fail. That's a success, but I need to check.
Still a success.
Yep.
Nice.
So that's,
Nice.
Okay.
but I'm still at disadvantage.
Disadvantage on everything. Yeah.
So that's a fail.
Fail. Yeah. So
Oh.
1 hit out of 3.
Someone keeping track of how many I'm firing off here in
Yeah.
That's your
total.
4th shot.
All right, so here's 5. Still good. So that's
2 out of 5. 2 out of 4.
yeah, that's a success.
2 out
That's
of
not.
5. Okay.
That's a fail.
2 out of 6.
That's a
2
fail.
out of 7.
That's a fail.
2 out of 8.
That's a success. But then it becomes a fail. Oh no, because wait, is
No,
10? 10
that's
isn't
a
a 10.
1.
10's is a 1.
Yep.
Or is
10's a
it-
1? No,
Yep.
1's a
Okay,
1.
so
10's a 0.
0.
Yep.
okay,
So
so that's
that's a
still a
success.
success then.
Yep. So 3 out of, what are we at? 8, I think?
I'll keep track. Out of 8.
It's 8 or 9.
6, 7, 8, 9.
9.
3 out of 9. Krusty
Alright,
says 3 out of 9.
So we got 2 left.
Yep.
Still a success
4 out of
Nice.
9. 4 out of 10.
and a fail.
Okay, so if you hit 4 out of 11 times, and looks like we have, it's not going to be, that's not, you can see this thing as it's racing toward you, the bullets are just glancing off its thick hide, and the bullets are not making much damage or much headway into its flesh at all. So you are now clicking empty cylinders, and it's about 20 yards away.
Gonna just chuck both the guns at him and run for the wall and start climbing.
Okay. All right. So you will not be getting an advantage, so you need to make a dexterity roll.
Oh shit!
Give him a disadvantage.
I needed a 60. I rolled an 18. That's a hard
Nice.
success.
Okay.
Jeez.
All right. Let's see here.
So I hit with the guns for bludgeoning damage.
All right. So this will wrap us up here. So you climb into the tunnel and easily pull yourself up, and are scrambling as quickly as you can. The creature below is just roaring up at you. It clearly can't fit into this narrower tunnel, and you've done a little bit of damage, but clearly it's going to be down there for quite some time.
Turn back down and spit on it as I climb out of the hole.
Just like make it drip down. Not spitting on you. As you near the peak of the narrowing shaft, daylight above grows brighter and brighter. The sight of life-giving sunlight fills your heart with hope. You can even smell fresh air and hear a distant cawing crow. Far below comes the bellowing rage of the creature who pursued you through the tunnel, and you can only hope it won't attempt to climb the shaft too. The thought motivates your limbs to move more quickly upward. Finally, you reach the top. Rubble has clogged the opening, probably due to the book's eruption from out of the shaft, but you're able to easily push through into blinding daylight. You crawl your way out, clawing at green grass, digging your fingers into the earth, feeling as though you're pulling yourself out of a grave. Panting, you flop onto your back, feeling the warmth of sunshine on your face. You'd like to stay this way forever. It feels so good. A breeze picks up and you take a deep breath, wondering, why doesn't it smell like the nearby ocean or the briny shores of Providence River? There is a quiet flapping sound nearby, however, and a shadow flickers across the lids of your closed eyes. With a growing unease, you squint up to see, of all things, a straw-stuffed scarecrow posted nearby, watching you with button eyes and smiling with a mouth painted red. One side of its overalls has come undone and waves like a flag in the gentle wind. Perched on one shoulder is a blind crow, its eye sockets festooned with squirming maggots. It ruffles its feathers and caws again loudly in your direction. Slowly you get to your feet. Where the hell are you? You're not in Providence anymore, Dorothy. A sly voice seems to whisper mockingly in your mind. You've emerged in the middle of an overgrown field with surrounding woods a few hundred yards away. Much further, probably south, is a stately mansion painted white, clearly not Pomance, but still eerily familiar. Dread reaches slowly into your guts and twists your lower intestine until you think you might vomit. It can't be. Of their own accord, your eyes gradually drift back to the opening from which you emerged and gawk at the surrounding rubble you pushed aside. The broken stones of a well? Your attention snaps back to the scarecrow and its sightless familiar, but their impossible gaze seems to be directed to the distance, where Blaine Manor stands, waiting. Tune in next time as we play another reel of the Lovecraft tapes.
Crazy.
Well, shit.
Bruh.
Did.
Bruh.
All right.
Good thing I put up a fight.
Let's hear all your thoughts and theories. Yeah, you were pretty lame, weren't you, as John Poe?
Ow. Low hit
I
points.
had a lot of fun with my action movie moment of just boom, boom, boom as this thing charges at me. I thought that was kind of fun.
I was like,
That
I
is
thought it
Robbie
was
gonna
really
die here?
lame and douchebag move when you threw
well,
away
I
short
mean, even if I
sleeves.
did die, would I actually die? Because
I know. I was thinking the same thing. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, so what then?
Yeah. Right?
I was like, I'm just gonna roll with this, and if it ends up catching me, then so be it.
Yep, I was.
You'd just be down there with it until it kept every time you'd come back. Slice.
Ooh. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. That would be pretty nice. Any other thoughts and theories about what that thing was? What's the book? Where the hell are you?
Yeah.
I
think it's My Life.
Thank you, Cressy.
Oh God, it's my life too.
The book
Electric
is My
Boogaloo.
Life.
My life as well.
Well, good. I'm glad your life is going well.
That's pretty well. Yeah, thanks.
It's well, though.
So what do you think? So you think the book is My
Whale.
Life too? What about Blaine Manor? Why the hell are you guys here?
Because that's where the tunnel led out of.
But from Providence to
So Blaine Manor must be like a hotspot portal or something.
it's a Wi-Fi hotspot.
Yeah, it's a Wi-Fi hotspot portal. Yep,
Nice.
it's the enlightened.
Any theories about the Dark Heart?
I think it was I think it was Poe's heart. Or maybe like Poe's
Oh.
daughter or something.
Like the baby?
Oh, yeah.
The baby because of the baby carriage.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the carriage, not a coffin.
Yeah, he's talking about the crib that you found upstairs, right?
Yeah, the crib.
Yeah,
I
no.
keep calling it a carriage, but
Mhm.
huh.
So you think it was his little girl?
Yeah.
And that was his ultimate sacrifice.
It's
To
Hell of
live
a
forever.
sacrifice.
To live forever.
Except he didn't, because he's an idiot.
Yeah, an IDOT.
It's an error ID 10T.
Oh.
Aw. All right, guys.
Sure
Well, let's
did.
move along for some hashtag recommendos, where we share some of our geekly obsessions. Geeky obsessions, I should say. Please
Geekly.
roll D100, and we'll keep this thing
89.
rolling. Where am I? I rolled a 1. Man, I'm rolling like a mofo today.
I rolled a 36.
All right. Brian, did you roll?
Nope, because I shut it down. Un momento, por
Idiot.
favor. Signing in
He
right
shut
now.
his
Sorry.
computer off?
10 seconds.
He's like, shut down. Yes, install Windows updates.
Ready? I'll
I didn't
just
play
roll
for
you,
half of it.
Brian.
I didn't.
Nice. Okay,
Brian
so it's
rolled
gonna
a
be
68.
Gabe.
So
Matt,
close.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go. And roll.
Gabe,
21.
Matt, Brian, and me. So Gabe, start us off, please.
In the wake of people being all upset, even though I'm not, I haven't had any of the issues people are talking about with Cyberpunk, I'm going to recommend Cyberpunk 2020, the RPG that the game is based on. Well, the
Nice.
second edition of the RPG that the game is based on, because the second edition is the best edition, and anyone else that is stupid can fight me on that. The game is actually fairly faithful to that RPG, except that obviously the RPG is a lot more in depth than the game is, and it's not a super serious RPG. It's a lot of fun. It puts a lot of focus on style and like stuff like that, style and attitude, and very superficial things that a lot of RPGs don't focus on. And I think that's what makes it fun. The gangs are some of the coolest things that you'll see in any RPG. Like there's like a gang of like the Kennedys, which a bunch of John F. Kennedys roaming around.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun. It's by no means a very serious RPG, but I love neon future type stuff. I like the game so far. I haven't had many bugs, honestly, like a lot of people have. So I guess I'm lucky in that regard. But I've had fun with it. But I find the RPG to be a ton of fun. So check that out, Cyberpunk 2020.
Cyberpunk 2020. Nice. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, and I will say that as part of our digital goodies for Cyberpunk 2077, they gave us a copy of the original RPG rule set. So if you go and log in or register at GOG.com, you can download all these digital goodies. Like I got the soundtrack to Cyberpunk 2077, which I uploaded to my YouTube Music, so I can listen to it whenever. And they also included that the complete RPG. So I've never seen the RPG itself, so I'm curious to look at it and just at least read it. It's not really in my style of what I want to play as far as games go, but that was.
Oh, you pissed him off.
Yep. He's like, "Fuck you, Cyberpunk." Yeah, I remember even back in the '80s, like seeing the Cyberpunk stuff.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah.
Cool.
I got the PDF of it.
I
You
got
don't
the
have
book
to
of
spell it.
Nice. I like the book. It's cool. All right, let's move along to Matthew.
Move along.
All right. So this week I'm going to toss out a game that I've been playing for a couple of weeks now. It's called Per Aspera, and it is a Mars colonization / terraforming game. And what's really great and unique about this one is a lot of these games are very sandbox. It's very, you make your own story. This one has a legitimate campaign behind it where you play a self-conscious AI who is designed to be in charge of the colonization and terraforming of Mars. It's so far a fairly interesting story from the little bit that I've seen. It's fully voice acted, and they got some really great people, including really well-known actors like Troy Baker and Phil Lamar, to come in and voice some of the characters. But it's essentially this evolving story of you building up the infrastructure for people, bringing them in, trying to balance their needs with your needs to fulfill your mission. And it's a really great story, and it's a really fun game. I've always been a fan of games that are, buildy and micromanagey, and this really hits a lot of those itches for me. And I've really been having a good time with it. So if you're like me and you like micromanagement games and you like space and sci-fi, Per Aspera is a really great choice.
Nice. Cool.
It's all right.
It's all right. Thank you, Matt. And Brian, how about you?
Mine is an anime on Netflix called Dorohedoro. Anybody heard of it? No? Oh, good.
I've heard of Dora.
Oh, good.
It's
It's
Dora, right?
basically Dora all
Yeah.
grown up and vicious.
Dora and Dora.
It's an anime based on a Japanese manga series from 1999. The main character is Kaiman. A sorcerer used him to test his magic, turning his head into a reptile and erasing his memory. So you're basically learning everything as he does. He's trying to figure out who did this to him and why they did this to him. And what it turns out is these sorcerers call our planet, our existence, the whole. And they have another realm that they come from, and they come here and do experiments on us and practice their magic. So in their realm, they can progress in their social society. So the first portion of this was getting to know him, his abilities, the people that, the character building around all the people that support him and are trying to help him. And then as you go on, you get to experience the joy of the anime, which is the exact style that I love, that gritty, raw, violent color explosion that you get from like Akira and stuff like that. So I highly recommend checking this out. It's Dorohedoro on Netflix. I think the first 2 seasons are up.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. Anime. All right. I'm going to go next, and I'm going to be recommending a movie. As I should have it.
A
Shocker.
movie?
I know. I've been catching up on a lot of movies lately, so that's
Nice.
I'm recommending from 2020, Castle Freak. directed by Tate Steinseek, produced by Barbara Crampton, God bless her soul, Charles Band, and with a composer, Fabio Frizzi, of course, the legendary Fabio Frizzi. And this is, as you would expect, a remake of Stuart Gordon's 1995 version, which I really didn't dig all that much because it's just not very fun. It's, From Beyond and Reanimator, his previous H.P. Lovecraft joints, are really fun. But Castle Freak from 95 is not it's kind of sleazy, kind of gross. And also not very well produced. They were starting to run out of money, so it was a little bit darker than some of the other, like cinematography wise. You couldn't really make out what was going on. This one, the plot revolves around a castle in Albania and the freak chained inside. And when the freak's caretaker is killed, it escapes and lives secretly behind the walls. Meanwhile, the main character, Rebecca, is a hard-partying woman who lets her shitty boyfriend drive drunk, resulting in an accident that leaves her blind for life. Almost immediately afterward, she inherits the titular castle. So the two of them, shitty boyfriend is still shitty but too guilty to leave her, travel to the foreign country in order to sell the castle, but they also invite their shitty party friends. So we have a lot more bodies to see get naked and die, because it's a horror movie. This version feels like it belongs in the 90s because it revels in nudity, gore, and general icky sleaze. But to its credit, it also leans heavily into Lovecraft lore, with references to the Necronomicon, Miskatonic University, the short story The Outsider, one of my favorites. It's actually based on that story. Cthulhu, Herbert West, and Yog-Sothoth. The ending is nihilistic, which I always appreciate it when there's an unhappy ending. And I would say that it's actually a decent addition to Lovecraftian movies. There was, a spate of movies that began in the 80s and petered out in the 90s. They just sort of got progressively worse. We've had a couple here and there that were either adapted from or direct adaptations of the work. This actually is pretty decent. I would recommend it. Obviously, I wouldn't say it's a great movie, but because we're all Lovecraft fans, it sort of scratches that itch, like Matt said. So check that out, Castle Freak from 2020. Currently, it is on Shudder, but you could probably find it elsewhere. And it's got boobs. So what do you want?
Yay!
Right. Yay, boobs. Yeah, boobs. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this episode of the Lovecraft Tapes. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe in whatever podcast platform you prefer. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review. Meanwhile, you can find us at lovecrafttapes.com with links to all our hashtag recommendos and social media channels, including Reddit, YouTube, and our Discord server where you can chat with us in real time, and Justin will tell you what the boob count is. You can find me on Twitter at Lovecraft Tapes.
And if anybody wants some very nicely done action prints of my amazing awesomeness, you can hit me up on Twitter at The Real Weird Kid.
And if anybody wants to get me medium sleeves to make up for my loss, you can find me at Lovecraft Gabe.
And give me some character ideas, guys. Reach out to me at Brian Podcast or on Discord.
Until next time, roll for Scarecrow. All right. Thanks, Crossy. Thank you guys, everybody watching. Appreciate
Bye,
that.
everyone.
Have a great evening.
Bye, everybody.
Have whatever kind of evening you want. I'm not going to tell you what to do.
I'm not telling you what to
You're not
do.
my mom.